Good evening, everyone. In education, together we rise. We celebrate Africa and Australia's shared strength. Distinguished guests, fellow Africans, and esteemed members of Australia, this vibrant multicultural community, good evening and welcome to this vibrant celebration for this Africa Day. It is an immense honor to stand before you on this momentous occasion of Africa Day. It is an honor and privilege to address a diverse and dynamic audience that embodies the spirit of resilience, unity, and pride. Today, we gather not just as individuals, but as a community to honor our roots, to celebrate our heritage, and to reflect on the journey that has brought us here. We are African Australians and members of various multicultural communities, each with a unique story overcoming adversity and setbacks. Together, we form Australia's rich tapestry, contributing to its growth and diversity. Allow me today, I would like to break my personal rule not to talk about myself. I generally don't do that. So that I can give you a glimpse into my own personal life before I deliver the main key message for tonight. My name is Alphonse Rutayisire. I'm an African Australian born in Rwanda. Traveled, lived, studied, and worked in many African countries for the most part of my adulthood. So in Australia, I'm here for 15 years, nearly. So I hold an MBA in technology management. Obviously, the theme is education. So somebody in the corner who is at school may just be perhaps inspired to understand that education is a powerful word to go. And obviously, at the moment, although I put it on hold, I'm pursuing a doctorate in IT with a focus on artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'm a member of the Australian Computer Society, the Certified Professional Grade, CP. I'm also a Project Management Institute member with a PMP qualification. That's one of the highest project management certification in the world. I'm a member of the Australian Institute of Company Directors, and recently I graduated with ASD Company Directors course. I presently serve as a non-executive board member for a non-profit organization in South Africa, where I spent more than 14 years. I've been a speaker at Microsoft Ignite events in Australia, and I'm also a Microsoft certified professional with several years of experience in technology and business field. So currently, I'm the CEO of Gaval Community Services, a company my wife, Victoria Kenny, and I have founded about 4 years ago. And you'll be able to get to see Vicky tonight when she's presenting the awards. At this moment, obviously, because I'm talking about something that I'm not generally comfortable doing, I can't hold but also express gratitude I have for my own son. I've got 3 kids, but one son of mine has been getting scholarship from the time he was 9 years old. And today he's the second last year in the US, and I've never paid a single school fees, getting scholarship as an athlete, basketball professional player. So I feel very privileged to have that kind of child that can actually understand that he is adding value, not only to his life, but to his team, and globally elsewhere, representing our family and the country of Australia. So let me go now to the main keynote speech, which is the reason why we are all gathered tonight. I know that I've got six minutes. If I go beyond that, it will be maybe 2 minutes beyond that. But here are some observations I would like to share on this Africa Day. There is a phenomenal poet and author whose name is called Maya Angelou. This is what he said. You cannot really know where you are going until you know where you have been. There's another gentleman as well. His name is Terry Pratchett. He also added, and this one is quite an interesting one as well, in more detail. He says it is important that you know where we come from, because if you do not know where you come from, then you don't know where you are. And if you don't know where you are, and you don't know where you are going. And if you don't know where you are going, you're also probably going wrong. Now, this Africa Day is a day to remind us that we know where we come from. However, our paths have not always been easy. Many of us have faced significant challenges, both in our homeland and in our adopted country. These adversities, however, have shaped us, and they have strengthened us, and have taught us some valuable lessons on perseverance and resilience. Consider the journey of African migrants arriving in Australia with dreams and aspirations. They face cultural adjustments, economic challenges, and they struggle to establish themselves in a new environment. However, through determination and hard work, they have not only adapted, but thrived, contributing significantly to the fabric of Australian society. Sometimes we take certain things for granted, but I want to give you an example, for example, of a person who faced by immigration was asked the following question. So this is a new migrant arriving in Australia, and goes through the migration. The officer asked the question, do you have a criminal record? Guess what the migrant said? The migrant replied, I did not realize it. It was still a requirement to get in here. So if English is your first language, you probably will not even think this is a problem. But that's actually what you face when you get into a country, comprehending the language, understanding the job. Do you know something else? Imagine if you're in the bus and somebody, a good, respectful driver tells you, tap. But actually he means thank you. But as a new migrant, you've got no idea what he's just saying. But he means it well. So this is just basic stuff that make us feel, look, you can actually overcome that. All right? Another one was saying, I'm stuffed. But I'm stuffed has got so many meanings, such as I'm tired, I'm in trouble, I'm full. But this can be really a challenge for many people. Right? So, we have brought us with us the richness of our culture, depth and histories, and brilliance of our potential. African Australians and other multicultural communities have made significant contribution to this beautiful country. We infuse Australian culture with new flavors, rhythms, and perspectives. From arts and science, sports and business, our contributions are visible and actually impactful. We have built bridges between our homelands and the new homes to foster a sense of global unity and understanding. So based on what I have just shared with you, obviously I would like to believe that I could have some recommendations to share with my other African friends, African brothers, children, and everyone else here present. Then we have to start from the low-hanging fruits. And I'd like to share with you the following 4 hanging fruits for us to remain and to continue experiencing and showing what Africa Day means. Number 1, we have to remain resilient, not just to be, but to remain resilient. So resilience is the cornerstone of this journey. It is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, keep moving forward despite obstacles, and maintain hope, even in the darkness, even in the darkest time. In the face of these challenges, we must remember to stay resilient and support one another. Building strong networks with communities like what we see here, mentoring the younger generation and fostering a spirit of collaboration. All these things are very crucial Together we can overcome adversity and pave the way for future generations. Number two, we need to continue becoming and be an asset to Australia. Our resilience and determination have made us valuable assets to this country. We are entrepreneurs, we are professionals, we are artists, community leaders, you name it. Our contributions enhance the cultural, economic, and social landscape of this great nation. We must continue to strive to become assets, not liabilities, and we are not a liability. We want to believe that this is a low-hanging fruit that everybody whose origin is not from Africa, obviously Australians, all Australians, those with citizenship or not, we have to strive to continue to become an asset and be an asset. But by doing what? By excelling in our chosen fields, engaging in community services and promoting cultural understanding, which can dispel what? Stereotypes and demonstrate the value we bring to this country. Our diverse perspectives and experiences enrich Australian society. But also it helps to foster innovation, creativity, and inclusivity. Third, we have to draw pride in our roots. While we embrace our roles as proud Australians, we must never forget our roots. Heritage is a source of strength and identity. It connects us to Africa's rich history, traditions, and cultures. Being proud of where we come from does not diminish our identity as Australians, but rather it enhances it. Let us celebrate African heritage with pride. Share our stories, music, art, talent, and traditions with the broader Australian community. By doing so, we will build bridges of understanding and respect, showcasing the beauty and richness of African culture. And lastly, this is another low-hanging fruit that's really not difficult to accomplish. We have to thank Australia. Let us take the moment to acknowledge and express our deepest gratitude to Australia, a nation that has opened its doors and housed people from diverse backgrounds. Australia's commitment to multiculturalism has provided opportunities to thrive and share unique gifts with the broader community. Therefore, we are profoundly thankful for you, Australia. We have the capacity to overcome, to rise, and to inspire. We are part of a larger narrative of resilience and triumph. Let us embrace this role with pride, recognizing that we are not just beneficiaries of multiculturalism, but active contributors to its ongoing success. Thank you, Australia. You have welcomed us, and thank you for celebrating with us and allowing us to be part of your story. And to all my African brothers, sisters, and members of the broader multicultural community, let us continue to shine brightly, for our light is a beacon of hope, unity, and progress. And in conclusion, on this Africa Day, we actually celebrate our journey. Let us go forth inspired by the heroes of our past, empowered by the possibilities of the present, and united in building a brighter future for Africa, Australia, and humanity. And I will mean humanity, to overcome adversities and setbacks. Let us remain resilient, support one another, and strive to be valuable assets for this country. Above all, let us take pride in our roots, honoring the heritage and heritage that has shaped us into who we are today. Together, we can create a future in which our diverse backgrounds are celebrated, our contributions are recognized, and our communities are able to thrive. So let us continue to inspire, uplift, and build a legacy of resilience and pride for generations to come. Thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating with us. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. And on this note, I hereby declare the 24th The 2024 Africa Day Festival is officially open, and I want to thank you, everyone. Thank you.